What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of The House Show. This is James Lau speaking here, and in today's episode we will be discussing about the very recent news about the standardized base rate that has been announced by our Bank Negara Malaysia. If you are not sure what is actually a SBR and how is the interest being calculated, the new introduction of SBR, how does it affect you in the future, then remember to watch this video until the very end. Before we dive into today's topic, let's discuss a little bit on how the interest is being calculated recently or all this while. I found out that our interest, what we are seeing, what we are getting every time, it's actually the effective lending rate. This effective lending rate, is made up of base rate and the spread. So what is actually a base rate? Base rate is a rate that is given by the banks based on every individual's credit risk profile, while spread means the margin that the banks would like to earn. The base rate, it's actually calculated based on the individual credit risk. So what do I mean by that? Let's say today I am borrowing money from this bank A. So maybe my rate and the rates that you are getting, it's different because the credit risk of me and you, it's different. If my credit risk is higher, probably I'll get a higher rate compared to yours lah. Although we are applying to the same banks, the effective lending rate, which is made up of the base and the spread rate, the effective lending rate would be different from yours and mine because it is affected by the base rate that is given based on individual. I found out that if I were to apply to both banks, Bank A and Bank B, the base rate that I am given, it's different as well because different banks, they calculate risk differently. Due to this pandemic, our economy has been going downhill, right? So I guess you are aware of the changes of this overnight policy rate in the year 2020. I think they changed it for like 2 or 3 times. I couldn't remember correctly. What does it have to do with us today? The changes in the overnight policy rate does not reflect directly on the base rate. Meaning to say, if the Bank Negara announced the changes in OPR, the commercial banks, they can still maintain their base rate without changing their base rate, although the overnight policy rate had changed. I found out that why do banks adjust their base rate? It's because their competitors, which is the other commercial banks, they are reducing their base rate. So meaning to say, they would have to reduce it in order to get more business for the banks lah. On 11th of August, the Bank Negara has announced instead of using BR, they now choose to use SBR, standardized base rate. This standardized base rate, it's tied equally to the overnight policy rate that we had mentioned just now. Then every bank's the SBR, it's the same. Meaning to say, like today, I am getting my loans from Bank A and Bank B. The only difference is between the spread. Let's say Bank A offers me 1.5%, Bank B, automatically it's 1.5%. Then the only differences that reflects on the effective lending rate would be the spread lah. So if Bank A, they want to earn more from me, probably I'll go for Bank B. With the recent announcement of SBR, the home buyers now can actually compare the bank interest rate easily. Like I mentioned just now, it's the spread that makes the difference only. Every bank offers the same SBR. This will only be effective in the next year of August. If you are actually having personal loans or mortgage loans, this will actually affect you lah. If you want to know more details about this SBR, I'll insert the links below, which is the announcement from Bank Negara Malaysia, and then probably you can read into details about it. I guess that's all about it for this video. Thank you for watching till the very end. This is James Lau here. If you think this video actually helps you, remember to give it a like, share it, and even subscribe to my channel. If you have any friends that they had recently bought their houses or they are planning to get any houses, remember to send this video to them. Hopefully to see you again in the next episode. See you there.